there any record company people here? All right, good. All right, let's talk. I think we've lost sight of the fact that music, I believe, was put on earth to enlighten and empower us and make us feel closer to our center. You know?
When your brother passed away, what was that like for you?
It wasn't hard at all. It was a 2-second phone call. He's gone. I had been preparing for 2 years, so I knew that it was coming.
What does that mean?
He said it a couple of years ago.
What would he say?
What he said was, I've done everything that I've come to do. So I was crushed for about two years.
You're in social media. You have an Instagram account, a Twitter account now?
I'm trying to get Princegram. It's very important to keep ownership of your master recordings. In the studio, there are master tapes and there are slave tapes. And I learned the hard way. I'm trying to regain ownership of my master recordings because that's where you make the most money. And money is a symbol of power down here. It's not real power, but it's the symbol of power. And we use the money to better our communities. It's best that the money that's made from the master recordings belongs to the master as opposed to the slave. I created the art, and I should reap the benefits, don't you think? Well, that's not how record companies work.
Well, it's not your game. You didn't make the rules, so everything comes hard. And as long as you're signed to a contract, you're going to take a minority share of the winnings.
You can't do this, I'm a minority. Well, by law, the word minority means an adult that thinks in an adolescent state of mind or younger. If you look up the word minority, it means that you're an adult that thinks like a child.
It's a double-edged sword. You know, a lot of artists aren't getting paid full scale for their art, and the internet, because of downloading and things like that, is kind of like a black hole, and it's hard to audit, it's hard to get accounting, and it's not that it's just about the money, but it's about justice and fairness. And when people say that they love you and they respect you, but at the same time take, 80% of your earnings, then expect you to fix your own communities, and they'll probably edit all of this out, but then it gets, that's the sharp part of the sword, and we're at the wrong end of it right now. So eventually, with courageous people going out there and actually saying something and standing up for it, I think we'll get some balance.
A select few of us will do well, the majority will not. So as a people, we'll be considered a minority.
You can't do this, I'm a minority. Well, by law, the word minority means an adult that thinks in an adolescent state of mind or younger. If you look up the word minority, it means that you're an adult that thinks like a child.
I don't go by Prince anymore.
No se llama Prince.
That is an artist that is contracted to Warner Brothers Records.
Se llama actualmente el artista.
The New Power Generation is a group of individuals who believe in truth.
New Power Generation es un grupo de gente que cree en la verdad, un grupo individual.
And freedom.
Y libertad.
And love for one another.
Y el amor cada uno.
I was more concerned about myself in the 80s than I am now.
Estaba más preocupado por él mismo, por su persona en los 80 que ahora.
Now I let God take care of me and my affairs.
But stop. Let's take a moment and look at yourselves. There's nothing minor about you.
phenomena of chemtrails. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time. And so, oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay? And you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting.
Unfortunately, there are certain stars who won't do what we want.
What's their problem? They're still alive.
And then we thought, who's good at killing celebrities?
Me!
That's right. Homer, would you be willing to acquire some more, accounts for us?
Psycho killer. Let's get sing.
The other thing is the first line of the song says, I was born on the same plantation in the United States of the red, white, and blue. And we live in a place now that feels just about like a plantation. We're all indentured servants, you know. When I found out there were 8 presidents before George Washington.
Oh, come on, I'll tell y'all when to sit down. And my sister pulled it up on the internet. Huh? What's that say? This come off the internet.
George Washington, our 9th president.
Okay, off the internet now. Go ahead, what's it say? So if he was the 9th president, and if there was 8 before him and they started counting with Washington, then if you add 8 to Clinton, 42, Clinton is the what president? Okay, go ahead and read that to me.
On January 20th, 1997.
Loud so they can hear you.
On January 20th, 1997, the United States re-inaugurated Bill Clinton as its 50th president.
Yeah? Now that's on the internet now. So, huh? What's the website on that? It's on there. Shh, we'll get it. Now listen now. He'll get it, see what he finds. Now listen. Why is this important? Because once you start knowing who you are, huh? Page 3, you got a picture of him. Show it to him. Page 3. First president of the United States, black man. Hold up so they can see you. That's John Hanson. Now read what it says.
Given to, okay. Bronze by Richard E. Brooks. Given in 1903, located in the Senate connecting corridor.
In the Senate building, this nigga's picture is there, but they don't say why. They don't say he's the first president of the United States. And all of them was Moors.
I wanted to smack somebody. You know, I wanted to know why I was taught otherwise. Just tell me the whole story. I'll fill in the blanks, but don't tell me something that you think I'm supposed to know.
The one thing that, kind of spooked me about it all was he has a song called Let's Go Crazy.
Yeah.
And it says, don't let the elevator bring us down.
And he died.
One time when I was with him privately, he said, you know what the elevator is, right?
No.
I said, no, what's the elevator? He said, well, the elevator is the devil, right?
Oh.
It scared me. I don't like to talk like that, but he said that. And so for me, it was like really haunting when I read that he was found in an elevator.
So what do you think he meant by that?
Did he have health problems?
That I don't know, right? What I know is that he was really health conscious. He was a vegan. He didn't abuse alcohol. I didn't know of him abusing drugs. He worked out, so, that also really concerned me because it made me think that, wow, so you mean you do all these things to take care of yourself and you die so young,
I heard that you have a vault of hundreds of unreleased songs. Are you ever going to release them and let us hear?
One day, someone will release them. I don't know that I'll get to release them.
Why are you holding on to them?
There's just so many, and one day, someone will release them. I don't know that I'll get to release them. The relationship between music and business is not a natural one.
Ahora actualmente la relación es una relación natural.
The relationship between art and business is not a natural one.
Que no es natural. La relación entre el negocio y la música.
And that's why you have this tug of war going on all the time between artists and businessmen.
Y por eso es que a eso se deben los distintos problemas entre el artista y la música.
That's why we call the New Power Generation and NPG Records an experiment in truth.
You are a blessed people. You're the most talented on earth, and you are still grateful. That is why upon winning in their game, you always thank God.
My relationship with God has awakened me to a better life.
Su relación con Dios le ha despertado una vida mejor.
And I no longer believe in idol worship.
Ya no cree en ídolos.
So rather than give an autograph to someone, I'd rather give them something that's going to mean more to their life. I'm really interested in doing music that spreads the truth. That's the purpose of giving out the pamphlets. I made a lot of money in this business called the music business. And I think it's time now to give back what I've learned. There's a story in the Bible where the devil offered Jesus the world, and he refused, and thus gained his soul. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you look at the gun, there's a microphone at the top, and it signifies words being more powerful than weapons. And they can either harm or help. So be careful what you write.
Tonight I would like to ask one favor of you. Imagine what we'll all be like in our own game. Peace.